So the second section of this section that you're reading talks about what if there were no prices whatsoever. What if we didn't charge money for it, but we had a way to allocate all the goods and services that we could provide to consumers without charging money. Okay, and how would that work? Um, we would have to worry about how fair that system was going to be, and we know that there's corruption all over the place, and so we have to worry about that sort of thing. All right, we have to see who gets it, who gets the products, and how much of it do they get, and so in this sort of system, if there were no price, uh, we would have to have some sort of administrative costs. Um, it would be costs for producing uh, rationing coupons or product coupons, and when those are produced, there are going to be some people out there who say, well, I'm not getting enough of it, or I can make some sort of money cheating and producing my own coupons that are just like the other ones. So the counterfeiting would arise, or people would be selling coupons to one another for things that they didn't necessarily need, but they had a coupon for. And then there's some diminishing incentive um, within this system. If there's a system in place that says the number of coupons you're going to get uh, uh, is all based on the amount of work you're going to do. Some people will work very, very, very hard and take the extra coupons and maybe trade them for something else, or they'll work just enough to get by, and so you wouldn't have a workforce that's out there trying to survive by earning money, as much money as they can, so they can go out and buy something because something has a certain price. They work just enough to get enough coupons to survive, or maybe there would be a government program in place to get people coupons who didn't have the ability to work, and then you would have people sponging off the system like they do in certain circumstances, which angers a great many people. But there's always this incentive based problem that arises, especially if you have no price. Certain systems dole out everything to everyone and try and share the wealth, and that's a good thing, but then there's corruption that arises, and then some people don't do their fair share and they're getting the same amount out of it, and that's a big problem with this system. And last but not least, we need this. We need prices, is what it says, because it gets rid of all this gobbledygook in the middle here. Once we have prices, people understand how things are gonna go. And yes, problems always arise in economies because gas prices go way up, and once gas prices go way up, I think it talked about gas going from $5 a barrel to $40 a barrel, and this was in the 70s and early 80s when we had to almost get to a point where we were rationing gasoline. People didn't understand why the price of gas shot up, and then all of a sudden they didn't have enough money to buy that gas, and so there were incentives. There were rebates given by car dealerships for people to purchase a car that used more gas, but they got a rebate back, or they were discounting the price of those cars. And other companies were saying, we'll give you extra money, or the government will give you extra money if you buy a car that uses a lot less gas. And so we made that big turn, and we tried to become more efficient with our engines, so that we didn't have to use as much gasoline and have to rely on those fossil fuels. And it just stands to help us if we understand the price and where the price is going. And those intermittent jumps in price or reductions in price really do show up in our economy, and we work very hard to make sure we have enough money to buy the things that we need. And when those prices change, we have to shift our focus, because there are a lot of things that drive what we need to buy as consumers. And when things change, we have to adjust. I think that's it. Now you'll just take care of those questions at the end of the section, and have a great